Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome back to Corporate
Welcome back.
Pistons. It's
Hope
episode
you're
13,
having
I
a good
believe.
summer. Yeah, it is.
Yes, and I think the biggest news of the summer is that we're back. Even though we didn't announce we're going anywhere, we are back.
Yeah.
And that's
Both done
entirely
was on
my fault.
vacation officially.
Yes, and I completely messed up my bookings because apparently the Wi-Fi was so shit in my hotel. There was no way we could have recorded an episode, let alone two.
Hmm.
So we ended up having to take a forced vacation from the podcast for a couple of weeks. But
Hmm.
we are back. So
Back
Adi, how
and
are you?
ready
It's been a
and
while.
locked and loaded. Say again?
How are you, sir? It's been a minute since we got together.
Indeed. I'm doing well, for the most part. Nothing new, nothing to complain. Of course, it's August and it's vacation season here in Germany. Well, all of Europe, really. Even some of the customers at work, they're all gone. Can't can't. Lots of meetings were canceled. People were not attending existing meetings from my side. Yeah, so on the work side, it's been chill and well, not chill, but it's been a bit mellow. But yeah, overall, I'm doing good.
Happy to hear that.
How,
Happy to hear
how
that.
was your vacation?
It was lovely, hot. Uh, I went to Cyprus, so I was just spending my time between chilling by the beach and chilling by the pool.
Nice.
The water was like crazy hot. The weather was like crazy hot and humid. I absolutely loved
Hmm.
it. Came back with a tan. It's been amazing.
Are you now darker than I am, or what's the status?
I think that'll be a challenge to get darker than you are, but I could pass off as your distant cousin, probably, like twice removed cousin or
Okay.
something.
Distant cousin with hair because I don't have any.
Your distant hairy cousin,
Gotcha.
yes.
Yes, yes, gotcha. Okay, well, that's good. Cyprus sounds amazing,
Although I'm
actually.
only dark skin on the arms and like face, because if I take off my shirt, I'm just pink-ish. So I don't know. I'm like
Did you get
a very
sunburned?
dodgy pride flag.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
How long were you there for?
Was there for 10 days. So
10
10
days, that's nice.
lovely off the grid days because again, Wi-Fi was shit, so there was no real doom scrolling and stuff going on. So I've read a few
Nice.
books, I've chilled by the pool, I've had many beers. It was really good fun.
That sounds like the perfect summer holiday. That's awesome.
It was. I would definitely recommend Cyprus to anyone that loves hot weather and cheap beers. So go give it a shout.
Excellent. Hot weather and
Yes.
cheap beer. Fantastic.
So,
Yeah.
question is, Adi, given it's holiday season and stuff, do you have a corporate rant of the week?
Corporate rant of the week would just be the fact that everybody's gone and it's difficult for me to get some work done, especially if it involves other people. And the
Hmm.
other issue is when your teammates and your group or people in your group they go on vacation, you become the proxy for them,
Hmm.
and you end up having to take calls and it's just sometimes it's okay because there was one topic that came up yesterday because one of my colleague is leaving, and he asked me if I can take over and just guide this topic through and see it through, and that's fine because this topic was very interesting and I got to learn something new, so that's okay. But if it's like normal day-to-day stuff, at some point you do end up saying, "Oh my God, I do not want to do this," or at least
Yeah,
that's just how you feel sometimes. So, but yeah, that's it really. I mean, just the regular vacation, holiday time, corporate rant.
nice. Yeah, I have a very similar rant. I've been back to work for like 2 days and I already have a rant, so that says
Okay.
plenty. Uh, on one hand, yes, it is holiday season, and the second I got back to work, I realized I need to start picking up proxy duties for a colleague that's just leaving for their holiday.
Mm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
kudos to the colleague that was really well organized. So there was a couple of days of overlap for me to take over the tasks.
Mm-hmm.
I am a bit nervous about what potential shitstorm might come once said colleague is out of office, but let's see.
Yeah.
But my other biggest rant is my manager is currently out of office for a few months. He went on paternity leave, so he's enjoying some
Mm-hmm.
lovely time with his new kid, and that's
Mm-hmm.
perfectly fine. Very happy for him. But before
Mm-hmm.
he left, he asked me to take over like this little task force regular meeting, like once a week. We had to get together to sort of. Initially, we had to put out a fire, and now we have to keep an eye on, make sure the fire doesn't reignite. So it's not necessarily a task force anymore. It's more of a check in, make sure shit doesn't go sideways again meeting.
Yeah.
And
Just
once he
got
once he left, I took over the meeting invite. It's like well, I've readjusted the participants list, so only the important people that should be there are invited.
mm.
And as the weeks went on, swear to God, it's like less and less people joining the call to the point where this week, literally no one joined the call. Like, and they
Yeah.
were not out of
Yeah.
office. Like, I could see them. They were in office. They just, no message,
They
no
just didn't
nothing. They
want to
just
come.
didn't show
Yeah.
up.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
I felt like my 13th birthday all over again when no one wanted to come to the party.
Mm.
Yeah, all sorts of trauma and PTSD came back, and now I can't wait for next week when the meeting is supposed to happen, so I can send them a passive aggressive email being like, "Could you fuckers please join and pay attention to this topic? Just because it's not
Why?
urgent doesn't mean it doesn't affect us."
Why passive aggressive? Just go full on aggressive.
I like your approach, Adi. Yeah, thanks. I think I'll
I'm
I think
just
I'll choose
joking.
violence. No, no, no. I think that's a very valid argument. Yeah, let's go aggressive.
I was just joking, but yeah, no, that's
I
fair.
like it.
I feel your pain. Yeah, I've lived through this as well, for sure.
Yeah, but that's been my rant. So yeah.
Cool.
All right. So
What's next on the agenda for today?
that the next thing on the agenda is the main theme of today's episode, and
Yes.
I thought we are gonna try something special today and something a bit different, and
Mm-hmm.
that would be us doing a reactions video. So today
Yeah.
we actually plan to react or a react episode, not necessarily a video. But yeah, today
Yeah.
we are reacting and we are reacting to memes and screenshots, cringe screenshots from the world of LinkedIn. Because we
Mm-hmm.
have talked about LinkedIn in the past and in one of our previous episodes, and we did,
Mm-hmm.
I believe we acknowledge that we both hate it with a passion, and I think there's no sane person in the corporate world that actually likes LinkedIn honestly. I think we're all pretending to like it.
Well, just to make it clear, I do like it for my startup as a marketing tool. I actually do love
Hmm.
it because especially if you're aiming for B2B sales, it's one of the best places to find people, make sure that they are the right person to choose, make sure, all that stuff, and also target any ads or messages. So in that sense, I actually love it. But everything else, yes, I agree with you. I absolutely hate it. In fact, as you know, I hate any and all social media, but yeah, this one for sure
Yes.
as
I,
well.
honestly, I'm having a hard time even calling LinkedIn a social media app. I think it's just, for me, LinkedIn lives in the same folder as Excel, honestly, and Teams. Like that, they're the same kind of hell, just different, different variations.
Well, they're all owned by Microsoft, everything that you just
Well,
listed.
that explains it. Yeah, that explains it.
Because Microsoft took over LinkedIn a few years ago from Reid Hoffman, so
Yeah. and
I think
can't
more than
wait
a
for
few
them
years
to.
ago. I think it's old now, but yeah.
I wonder why isn't there like a spreadsheet function in LinkedIn by now? But anyway, the whole point of today's episode is we found a bunch of hot, funny, crazy, stupid takes on the internet, and we
hmm
will basically read them out loud and react to them and see um, how we feel about them.
And also see if
So
our three and a half listeners have any reaction to it as well, hopefully, after the
if they
episode.
are still there, please come back.
If
We're
they're
back.
still there,
Come on.
yeah. Given that we took a break unexpectedly, we might be down to half a listener now. Even our
Yes.
guests who have come maybe have left us now. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll get
Yeah,
them
but
back.
we have their contact details. We can bully them personally, so that's fine.
Yes, this is true.
All right. So
Okay, so you want to go for the first one?
yeah, I'll go for the first one and let's see how you feel about this one. And
hmm
this one goes like this. LinkedIn is such an insane app. Nothing like getting a push notification that's like your high school bully learned Microsoft Excel. Why don't you tell him you're proud of it?
well, a couple of things first. If you know he was your high school bully, why would you be connected with him in the first place?
So you can make fun of him and just brag with your constant humble brags about today I've been promoted with a new exciting task of sorting out the mailroom or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I'm not in
But
contact
I
with my high school
understand
bullies.
but I understand this person's frustration for making this comment about LinkedIn because that's I think how most people feel deep down.
For sure. I have notifications turned off for LinkedIn. Like I go on it like
Me
once a
neither.
week just to
I
see
have
some
them
messages
off.
and
It is. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
Okay, I'll. Should we do the next one?
Yeah.
Or did you have anything else to say to
No,
that?
that's for all for me. So feel free to jump to the next one.
Okay, so number two. Someone named Dax or the DXR or THDXR as his tag or whatever it's called. He says, the only career advice I have is make every decision that moves you closer to not having to be on LinkedIn.
Oh,
That's a
preach,
pretty
man.
solid career goal
Honestly, that's like
or
the
career
this guy's like
advice.
the Marie Kondo of LinkedIn and career advice, you know. Does it move you further away from LinkedIn? Yes or no? Then do it.
Yes, then do it. Oh, I
Does
think
this
it's
spark
epic.
joy? Yes, then do it. Uh,
That's a pretty good one, actually.
yeah, no, that's career advice I have to listen to, honestly. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
I like this one
uh,
too.
I have another
You
one.
want to do number 3? Mm-hmm.
Yep. LinkedIn really flies under the radar as the social media platform that's absolutely the most unhinged.
Yeah.
I think we just talked about this, honestly. Like, it's for me, it's not even a social media platform, but yeah, stupid, crazy things are happening on LinkedIn 24/7. Like every time I open the app, some of the posts are really nice, civil, all that, and then there's some really bad shit, stupid ones, and I'm like, what the flip are you even talking about? Get real, look in the mirror, and smell the coffee.
Yeah. Um, I have a couple of things to say about LinkedIn, but I'll save it to the end. I think we have like 5 or 6 of these lined up today, or you lined up for us today. But after we go through as like closing comments, I have something to say, but I'll say that later.
All right, all right.
Okay. So the
Feel free
next
to
one
go to the next one.
is so the next one is quite long. Should we maybe skip this one? Because it involves an image and everything, and I don't know if we're not doing video, so it'll be difficult to discuss this.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna go one further.
sure.
So somebody posted the number one business hack: wake up before 3 a.m. Hashtag money mindset. Hashtag hustle. Hashtag grinding machine. And then someone's response to that is LinkedIn, but each post gets a cringe rating.
Oh, me, that
Oh,
would be
it
my
was
favorite button.
brutal. Yeah, it was pretty good. And they
Honest.
photoshopped a progress bar of percentage cringe achieved. And this post, number one business hack post, is at currently 78% for our viewers who can't see this, or actually all of them. They photoshopped a progress bar and it says percent cringe achieved or percent cringe, and it's at 78%. It's awesome.
Honestly, like
Oh
I
man.
love the cringe button or the cringe percentage. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, no, LinkedIn is just like some of the business hack ideas that are out there are just stupid. Like
What
I get the whole
really
5 a.m. club mentality and shit, but knock it off. It's not a competition who can sleep with the least amount of hours every day.
Yeah, the what really um, get like what I really admire about these people who come up with these ultra funny and sarcastic, or these responses, not the original poster, but such amazing jokes to follow through with it. uh, how do they find so much time and creativity to come up with that stuff? Like, or do they? It just all happens so spontaneously. Whatever the case is, I wholly respect and like appreciate people that take a minute to like make all this the joke that it really is, or show it as the joke that it really is. It's epic.
Yes, those are the true unsung heroes of our times.
They are. They really are, especially in the world of LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall
I'm
we go
gonna
to the
jump
next
ahead as
one?
well.
Yeah.
Jumping ahead a bit, but here's one that I found.
Yeah.
I fucking hate LinkedIn with a passion. One more speech about how you just have to keep hustling and taking shit and working 80-hour weeks from a dude who to Yale as a legacy and became a startup CEO of a shitty app company with no privacy security might make me vomit. I think we feel this guy, honestly.
I mean, at least he's not holding back. He's giving it his everything in this one post. Like he's Oh man. I do reflect 100% with him on this whole dude who got into Yale as legacy, because I know people like that, uh, who were born with silver spoons. Nothing wrong with that, but it's what they make of it that bothers me. I mean, if you're born with a silver spoon, then that, kudos to you, like awesome. But make use of it, recognize what you have, and do something useful and awesome with it. So that's the first point that really comes to mind. Like, oh man, all these people just wasting away shit. But yeah, this guy is not holding back. He's
And the thing about LinkedIn is like there's no accountability on that app. Like anyone can go
yeah,
there and claim any
yeah,
sort of achievement, and there's absolutely no sort of accountability. And I have one
yeah,
example that
exactly.
comes to mind about this. Um, it's someone that I kind of sort of maybe know when I was following on LinkedIn, and they were doing a certification degree in parallel to their day job. Perfectly fine. Really appreciate that. Good for them. Hats off. And one day I log into LinkedIn and that person posted like a half a page, journal entry about what a huge honor and accomplishment it was to be nominated as a honorific student ambassador or something like that as result for the great work and effort they're putting in and all that. And they ended the speech with like a million hashtags of like proud, humble, work life hustle, all the bullshit hashtags. And it got a lot of reactions and a lot of appreciation from a lot of people in and out of the company. And later, I was speaking with someone else who was on the same course, who casually mentioned, like, yeah, I've seen that post as well. The problem is, anyone could self-nominate for that award. So no one, they didn't get nominated, just self-nominated and then bragged on LinkedIn for half a page about it. So it's like, you know, it's literally no sort of accountability on that app, and anyone can just do whatever they want.
Okay.
But I guess it's one of those cases of don't hate the player, hate the game. It's anyone can do it. I just can't be bothered with it.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. I'll go to the next one.
Yeah.
I'm going to read this out. It's a little long, but I'm going to read it out. Actually, it's going to go fast. The point of your someone named Taylor Offer. I like this name. I think he changed it on purpose. So Taylor Offer. So you're supposed to Taylor offers. He says the point of your resume is to stand out, not fit in. Change proficient in Microsoft Word, double quotes, to ping pong master, double quotes. Change detail oriented, double quotes, to didn't know what I wanted to do after college, so I took a gap year, double quotes. Change good communicator to Google expert. Anything I don't know, I can find out very quickly on Google. Don't be exactly like the other 100 people applying for the job. Be different. This one's pretty good, actually, I must say. Like, yes, it's
It's a
coming from
hot take, but a good take.
yeah, and he's one of these influencers, clearly, because his own heading says best account to follow on LinkedIn, Forbes 30 under 30. So he, despite that fact, I think this is a pretty funny but like valid advice that I would look to.
And the Google expert one, I think it's really, really genuine and good. Like I
Well,
remember
maybe
once yeah, go ahead.
maybe now they should change it to Chat GPT expert instead of Google expert. But yeah,
Yeah, new wave, new era. But I do remember hiring someone a few years back, and on their resume they had like very good with Excel, like proficient in Excel or something like that. And I was like, cool,
yeah,
it's a Excel heavy role. Um,
yeah.
so yeah, let's hire them. And a few months into the job, I asked them to do something in Excel, and he looked at me like, "Right, I'll Google that really quickly and figure it out." And as a joke, I was like, "I thought your CV said you're proficient in Excel," and he was like, "Yeah, to be honest, I'm really good at just Googling shit out. I have no clue how to use Excel." And kudos to him, he did figure it out. He did Google it out of it and got it done. So I would 100% hire that person again if I had a job, if I had a chance. But
Well, he's
yeah,
honest,
it's
and yet he's getting the job done. What more do you want?
honestly, I don't need you to memorize all the formulas in Excel. If you can get the job
Exactly.
done, I don't care how you do it.
In fact, if you do end up memorizing tons and tons of Excel commands, that means there's something wrong with you because there's not much space in your brain for anything else that's more interesting, which would make you ridiculous and maybe a little bit psychotic, to be honest. So, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Every person that loves Excel is a bit of a psycho, to be honest. So yeah.
Seriously.
Um, I'm also gonna skip ahead a few here to one I really, really like.
Sure.
And it goes like this. There's three levels of wealth. No LinkedIn, LinkedIn, no LinkedIn. And This just speaks volumes to me, honestly, and I'm like bang in the middle. This is how bang average I am. Um,
Oh man, it's a good one.
yeah, I, I want to reach the stage where I'm so rich that I don't need to be on LinkedIn and I don't care about it anymore. Um, but yeah, it's a good one.
I'm gonna close it off. I think I'll do one more, and then I think
Yeah.
we can call it. I like this one actually, because that's this is what when you take like a marketing course or something, this is literally what they teach you to do, and it is spot on. And unfortunately, it's so true. It shouldn't be, but it's absolutely true. Somebody named Sarah J. Haas. Her tag or whatever her thing is
Handle.
taco_bell. That's awesome. Bell with double LE at the end. That's pretty awesome. Um, she says people on LinkedIn are like, here's a brief, helpful, and work related comment. And then, haha, joking, welcome to my personal blog. it's like
Honestly, yes.
it's how they get you. Unfortunately, for marketing, that's what you're supposed to do, and that's what works as well. So I understand both sides of this post as a consumer and as a marketer. It's ridiculous, but yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
That
No,
was
that
that
was
was
really good.
fun.
I liked it.
Yeah. That was good. Good set of. We should do this more often. Not maybe not every week, but like every
I
once in a
think we
while.
can do
Every
this
once in a
on a
month.
monthly basis or something like that.
Yeah,
Every fourth
exactly.
episode, we
Let's
react
see
one.
what our half of viewer who's left has to say. Uh, comment. Let us know if you're into this, and we can do more
And
often.
please, Mr. or Miss Half Listener, if you're still there, just feel free to send us shit like this on our Instagram page, and we will
Yeah,
react to it.
exactly.
You send
Share
us the
with
shit, we
us,
will
and then
react to
we'll.
it. We promise.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so now that
That
leaves
brings
us to
us
the
to
car part of this podcast.
of the podcast. Yes. Would you like to go
Um,
first? Oh, well, you were on vacation, so I assume not much has happened.
well, you would say that, but I was actually thinking about the podcast on vacation. Not because, bike is running smoothly, Hector isn't throwing any fits. Actually, I don't even have Hector anymore right now. It's my dad had to take him for a few trips of his own, so Hector's on a holiday as well. But I was in Cyprus, right? And Cyprus has quite a rich recent history in terms of all the different cultures and events that happened there. And obviously the British were involved at some point, as they usually are whenever something goes sideways in the world. And as I was walking around the Cyprus or just chilling on the beach and watching the car parks and stuff, there was a very big collection of like fairly old cars. We're talking cars from the 80s, 90s, some even older, and all of them right-hand drive, UK style. And I've seen some really cool classics just being driven around, and some really old quirky cars that I would that really made me think, you know what, I would love one of those, or I would love to drive one of those myself. And one of the cars that I've seen being driven around, and I was like, yep, next time I'm in Cyprus, that's what I want to drive. It's going to be a controversial one, but it will be the MG Midget,
Yes,
if you
MGB.
know
Yeah.
it. It's
Yes,
this,
MGB Roadster. Yeah, MG Midget.
yeah, it was from the 60s, I think, or early 70s, British made.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Mm-hmm.
not the most reliable thing out there, but it's a cool little convertible. Not much of an engine, but you're driving it for the vibes. And you
Mm.
know, I'm not sure why it's called a midget, but probably because it's the size of one. So It's a really fun, quirky little car, and if I was to drive one right now, that's what I would like to give it a go. Probably,
Nice.
I don't want to be judgy. I don't want to say it's probably shit to drive. It's probably lovely, but I want to give it a go.
Well, I think the most of those MG cars, even up till the very modern ones, before the Chinese company took over and made MG into a completely different brand than it used to be. I think almost all of those little roadsters that they built, I think they were actually good to drive. It's just that their reliability was so bad that, you had to really tinker and stay on top of it to really get anywhere.
Hmm.
So in that sense, I've always liked those MGs, to be honest. I've always been a fan. So kudos.
Yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed it. And to be honest, I'm just checking the internet right now for secondhand MG midgets.
MG
Um,
midgets.
I'm trying to figure out it's a 1.3 liter engine, but I
It
can't
is,
figure
yeah.
out how much horsepower does it make. Oh,
I don't think
a
anything more than 80 horsepower.
grand total of 70 horsepower
Yeah, I knew
when
it.
new.
I called it. Yeah, when new. So now it'll be like 42.
On a good day, yeah, if the sun's out. But hey,
Nice.
only 10,000 euros to get an MG.
Oh, that's cheap. It's pocket change.
Yeah, right. Um,
I know, that's why I said it.
maybe your pocket,
Um,
yeah. What about you,
no,
sir?
God,
What would
no.
you be driving around in?
So, because the summer is out, like the summer is in full swing here in Germany, and it's quite hot. Last few days, I've been thinking about my time back in California, in Los Angeles. And
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend who used to drive, one of those VW EOS, the convertibles, like hard top convertibles. They were really
Yeah.
Golf. They were based on a Golf 6,
Oh,
but
yeah,
they
yeah.
called it
Like
EOS.
maybe mid noughties or something like that, like
Yeah,
2005 to
exactly,
12 or something like
exactly.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, I think they were there from like 2007 till 2012 or something like that. Anyway, a friend of mine used to have that. She was absolutely. I mean, they were decent cars to drive. Basically, it's a Golf, but it's a bit of a girly car.
It's like a
But
Golf made love to a Jetta or something like that, and then someone chopped off the roof.
Yeah, pretty much. But it did
Yeah.
have a hard top roof, and people loved it for some reason. They were not bad cars by any means. Anyway, when I was in California, I had a chance to drive that with the roof down along the coast on Pacific Coast Highway, which was, I mean, I've done it many times, but driving that road in a convertible is really something special. I think, at least for me, it's always felt that. I've always felt that it never got old when I was there for 5 years. Um, but I always used to think, oh man, I know the perfect car that I would want to do this drive in. And that feeling and that thought has come back to me this week. And the car of choice for that, I don't know if I've already chosen this once before in the past on the podcast. If I have, I apologize, but it is what's coming back to me. It's the BMW Z9. Z8.
Ooh.
Z8, I mean, sorry. You know the James Bond
Okay.
one
Yeah,
from
yeah, I know it.
GoldenEye? Yeah,
Yeah.
so like this car was so confused. Like everybody was so confused about this car when it came out. It was, it was sort of limited edition, but not really. It had the engine from the E39 M5, V8, 400 horsepower, but then it didn't handle like an M car. It wasn't meant to, but it didn't handle like an M car, so people were all confused. But now, I don't know, looking back, it's so awesome. First of all, the design, I've always loved that design. Like, even during James Bond, when I first started, I'm like, oh my God, that's fantastic. Um, yeah, so that would be my car of choice. But if I could tweak that a little bit, I would go. They made a Alpina version of it. The Alpina tuning
Of
company
course
made
they
a
did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
version of
I
it.
know.
Oh my God, that would be honestly it's like 350,000 euros right now. There are a few
Pocket
of those
money.
on the market right now. Oh my God, if I could afford it, I would buy that car in a heartbeat. Seriously. Oh,
All you
it
need to
is
do is
just,
buy like 35 midgets, restore them a bit, sell them, and then you can buy that.
yeah, it's a fantastic idea actually. Well, that would bring us back to our corporate jobs. The corporate jobs would need to give me a lot more time on my own and still keep paying me, of course, so then I can survive and then do this.
Just take out your
If
pension fund. The world's ending before we're gonna get to retire, so might as well enjoy the money. But let me just
I
say, I
love
love
your
the journey.
optimism.
Hey, someone's gotta do it. I just love the journey you took us on before saying the car because you started with California and the Pacific Coast Highway. Then you went to the VW EOS or EOS or however the hell it's called, which, like you said, it's a girly Golf with a heart. And then you finally deliver the Z8, which is, I'll admit, a stunningly beautiful, sexy car. And then
It's
you
an
topped it off
yes.
with the Alpina badge, and it's just like, mwah, chef's kiss.
It is a
So,
chef's
yeah.
kiss car, that Alpina version especially. Oh man, I would kill for that car, seriously.
Do I
I
need to give
think
you
I
a
think
moment
that
alone in
car.
the FAP station?
No, no. The Alpina Z8. Honestly, I think ever since I went to California, it's been one of my top three cars that I would love to own in my life, like my all-time dream cars.
I know the feeling. I was just thinking, I don't think I have a top three dream cars because they just keep changing every other week. Like, I want
Well,
them all.
yeah, go on.
No, I'm just saying I want them all. Like I see a cool car or I think about a cool car, either brand new or from the past. I'm like, I want that. And I want that. Like if I had stupid levels of money and just infinite acres to store them all, honestly, I would just buy random cars and then my day job would be just to drive my cars around for a bit so they get used like that. That would be my dream life.
Same, same. Honestly, that would be my ideal life as well. But yeah, anyway. No, but I do have top five cars of all time, and this Z3 is definitely two or three on that list.
Z8. But yeah,
Z8, yeah, sorry.
it's
Z8
funny. I was actually
Alpina.
Yeah, well, it's fun you mentioned it. Just earlier, just yesterday, I was daydreaming about, future life goals and stuff like that. And I know I'm at the age where most people are like family, first kid or second kid, the house, whatever. And I'm going back to, I think, the car I chose in the first episode of our podcast, which is 2010 or 12-ish BMW Z4. Like I was just sitting there thinking, I would really like one of those as my next car, like a E85 Z4.
Yeah. I'm seriously eyeballing an E89 Z4 lately. There are a couple on in the German classifieds for less than 20,000 euros. It's still a lot. I can't really afford it at the moment, but it's something I could afford over the next few years if I wanted to. So it is
That'll be the
within
next
reach
one
at
on my
least.
list as well. But yeah, uh, honestly, I think the E89 would be the dream Z car for me because I think it's the last good looking one.
Yeah, the new one's nice. It's good looking, like it's aggressive, it's wide, it's big, but something about it doesn't do it for me.
Same here, like, and I think you mentioned it, like a Z4 shouldn't be wide and big and stuff. You have the 80s for that, like the M8 or the whatever. That's the
Yeah,
aggressive big. You can get it as a convertible. If you want big, aggressive, and convertible, go for the 8 series. The
yeah,
Z series
exactly.
should be
M8 or
just,
something.
yeah, exactly. The Z series should be just stupid long bonnet, big ass engine in the front. You're sitting above the rear axle, just holding on for dear life, and it should be just nimble and stupid, and that's it.
Yeah,
And
I
yeah, the
agree.
latest Z4 is just a bit too aggressive. Like I think it's trying too
It
hard.
is. It is
The
trying too hard. I agree with you.
the E5, E89s, those still had, the rounded curves. They still looked aggressive, but like
Yeah.
a fish in the water kind of movement for me. Yeah, I
I
think
think
that's what I
the
like about them.
E89 is a very classy looking car. It has aged well so far, I
Yeah,
think, and it drives well. It's not overly aggressive. It's not trying hard at being something that it's not. Like it's not trying to be like an outright hardcore sports car. It's a proper Z car, I think. The E89.
exactly. And it looks good from the
Yeah.
front, it looks good from the rear, and the interior
Yeah.
is just modern enough for you to feel good in it, even, yeah, 10, 15
Correct.
years after it was manufactured.
Correct. Yeah. Cool.
All right, that's enough BMW fanboying for today.
Agreed.
Um,
Our half a listener might have tuned off today.
but maybe
We're
if our couple
fuming
listener
right
is
now.
an Audi fan, then yeah, we lost everyone. We're
We're
back to
running
zero.
on fumes right now.
It's fine. We'll get back in the swing of things. But
Yeah.
yeah, this has been today's episode. Hope you enjoyed this new format. We will very much be back next week on schedule as usual. No more unexpected holidays, I hope. And yeah, thank you so very much to anyone that's still here with us and listening. Adi, you know what comes next?
Comment, like, share, subscribe, whatever else that goes along with it. You know what it feels? You know what? Why I get annoyed saying this?
Go on.
You know the again. I don't mean anything. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit controversial and political, but I have to say it. You know the
Yeah.
LGBT community. Like every time you
Oh
read
God.
something about that in the news, they've added more letters and numbers and symbols to their thing. You know, like it's LGBTQS2 plus or something like that. That's what
Yeah.
it feels like every time I need to ask people to like comment, like, share, subscribe, do whatever else. Oh my god. Anyway,
I get it. I get
sorry
it.
for the tangent. But yeah,
I
please do
would
get
have
back
thought
to us.
more about
Hope,
the latest, I don't know, BMW or Mercedes naming convention for their cars, where they just keep adding more and more
yeah,
letters and
more or less
digits and
same thing.
symbols.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, you're perfectly right. But nevertheless, we do need people to get in touch to us. They can find us on Instagram at Corporate Pistons. You can find us on YouTube at Corporate Pistons. And like I said, we would really, really love to hear from you. It doesn't matter if you just want to swear at us, it still counts. We'll take it. So yeah, please feel free to reach out. And
yeah.
yeah, thank you very much for listening. And we will hear you next week in the next episode.
Yes. Have a wonderful week ahead.
Take care, everyone, and speak to you soon. Bye bye.
Toodles.